Do you know that first thought that crosses your mind when you wake up? That initial sensation, even before you fully open your eyes, before you remember the day's tasks, before you reach for your phone? It's there, in that fragile and powerful instant, where you're deciding how the rest of your day will unfold. And perhaps you don't even realize it. Most of us wake up and automatically resume yesterday's script. The same worries, the same silent fears, the same sense of heaviness before we even put our feet on the floor, as if each morning were merely an inevitable continuation of the previous day, as if there were no choice, as if the energy that accompanies us were an already written sentence. But my dear, what I came to tell you today is this: there is another way, and it begins in the simplest and most sacred moment of your day, the awakening. I open my eyes to a new world of possibilities. Repeat with me, slowly, feeling each word settle into your heart. I open my eyes to a new world of possibilities. Feel how this resonates within you, not as a distant idea, but as a truth your body recognizes. Because that's exactly what's happening every morning. A new world is opening before you, waiting to be written by the energy you choose to carry. Let me tell you something about energy. It's not just a beautiful word we use in spiritual conversations. Energy is the invisible substance that shapes everything you experience. It's the frequency at which you vibrate, and that frequency attracts, magnetizes, creates. When you wake up carrying yesterday's emotional weight, you're essentially tuning into the same radio station. And the universe, always generous, always responding, delivers more of that same music to you. But imagine, just for a moment, that you could change stations. That in the first seconds of consciousness, still with your eyes closed, still wrapped in the morning silence, you could choose a completely new frequency. A frequency of peace, of hope, of self-love, of gentle certainty that you're exactly where you need to be. This isn't fantasy, my dear. This is conscious reprogramming. And morning is the moment when your subconscious is most receptive, most malleable, most open to receiving new instructions. Think of your subconscious as a garden that has been cultivated throughout your entire life. Some of the seeds planted there were chosen by you, seeds of dreams, of love, of courage. But many others were planted by other people. Expectations you internalized, fears you inherited, beliefs about what you deserve or don't deserve that took root so deeply you no longer question their origin. And every morning, without realizing it, you water those old seeds. You wake up and allow the same habitual thoughts to dominate the garden of your mind. I'm so tired. Another difficult day. I don't know if I can do this. Why does this always happen to me? Those thoughts aren't innocent. They're powerful instructions you're giving the universe about the kind of day you expect to have. I choose thoughts that nourish my soul and elevate my energy. Take a deep breath and say again, I choose thoughts that nourish my soul and elevate my energy. This is an affirmation of personal power, not power over others or over external circumstances, but power over your own internal garden. Power to decide what you cultivate there. And how do you do this practically? How do you rewrite your energy every morning? First, before doing anything else, before picking up your phone, before worrying about the day's tasks, before allowing the external world to invade your internal space, you create a sacred ritual of connection with yourself. It can be 3 minutes. It can be 10. It's not about duration, but about intention. You're still lying down, wrapped in the softness of your sheets. Place one hand on your heart. Feel the warmth of your own palm. Feel your heart beating there beneath, working tirelessly for you, pumping life through every cell, without you having to ask, without you having to deserve it. Your heart loves you this way, unconditionally. Breathe. One deep, slow, conscious breath. Feel the fresh air entering through your nostrils, filling your lungs, carrying oxygen to every corner of your body. And as you exhale, imagine you're releasing everything that no longer serves you. Yesterday's tensions, tomorrow's worries, judgments about yourself. Inhale healing. Exhale release. Inhale possibility. Exhale resistance. Inhale love. Exhale fear. And then, still in this state of gentle presence, you begin to plant new seeds. You whisper loving truths to the garden of your subconscious, not as desperate pleas to the universe, but as recognition of what is already true at the deepest level of reality. I am safe. I am loved. I am enough exactly as I am. Feel these words. Don't just think them, feel them. Because the difference between an affirmation that transforms and an affirmation that's just mechanical repetition lies in the feeling you put into it. When you say, I am safe, can you feel your body relaxing? Can you feel your shoulders dropping, your jaw softening, your chest expanding? If you can, you're truly changing your energy. If you can't yet, that's okay. Continue practicing with patience and tenderness. Transformation doesn't need to be dramatic to be real. You know, we often carry so much fear, so much anxiety, so much sense of imminent danger that we forget that in this exact moment, lying in your bed, breathing calmly, you're okay. You're alive. You've survived 100% of your worst days so far. You're stronger than you know. But I know. I know it's not always easy to wake up with hope. I know that sometimes the first sensation upon opening your eyes is a tightness in your chest, a sadness you can't even explain, a tiredness that isn't just physical, but of the soul. And that's okay, my dear. It's okay if waking up healed seems impossible today. It's okay if you've read this far and thought, this might work for other people, but not for me. My situation is different. My pain is too great. I see you. I see your pain. And it's real. It deserves to be acknowledged, not denied. But here's the gentle truth I need to offer you. You don't need to deny your pain to begin healing. You don't need to pretend everything is fine to plant new seeds. You don't need to wait until you feel completely transformed to begin this morning practice. You can start exactly where you are, with all your wounds, with all your weariness, with all your fears. Because waking up healed doesn't mean waking up perfect. It means waking up willing to try, willing to offer yourself the kind of gentleness you so easily offer to others, willing to believe, even if just for 5 minutes, that perhaps, just perhaps, you deserve to feel good. I allow myself to feel what I feel, and at the same time, I choose thoughts that elevate me. Pause for a moment with this affirmation. I allow myself to feel what I feel, and at the same time, I choose thoughts that elevate me. Can you hold these two truths at the same time? Your pain is valid, and you have power to choose how you respond to it. You've been through difficult things, and you're capable of creating a different morning. The past left marks, and the present offers new possibilities. It's not about erasing who you were. It's about not letting who you were dictate who you'll be today. And do you know what happens when you practice this consistently? When every morning, however challenging it may be, you dedicate a few minutes to rewriting your energy, you begin to notice small changes. Subtle at first, almost imperceptible. Perhaps you notice you got out of bed a little lighter, that you responded to a difficult situation with more calm than usual, that you had a kind thought about yourself in the middle of the day, that you felt a moment of genuine gratitude for something simple. The taste of coffee, the warmth of sun on your skin, someone's smile. These are the miracles people don't notice because they're waiting for dramatic transformations. But true miracles are internal. They're changes in how you relate to yourself and to life. You're not alone on this journey, my dear. There's a greater intelligence, a loving force that permeates everything, and it's always working in your favor, not against you. You can call it universe, divine energy, source, unconditional love. The name doesn't matter. What matters is feeling that you're not navigating alone through dark waters. Imagine that every morning, upon waking, you're being bathed in golden light. Not a light you need to seek out there, but a light that already exists within you, waiting to be recognized. That light is your true essence, that part of you that was never wounded, never diminished, never lost its brightness, no matter what you've lived through. And when you connect with that light through your morning practice, you're essentially saying, I choose to remember who I truly am. I choose to align with my highest truth. I choose to begin this day as an expression of love, not fear. This changes everything. Not overnight, not magically, but gradually, gently, powerfully. I trust the process of life. Everything I need comes to me at the right time. Breathe with these words. I trust the process of life. Everything I need comes to me at the right time. This may be the most difficult affirmation for many of us. To trust, to release control, to believe that life isn't against us, but moving through us towards something greater. We were taught to force, to control, to plan every detail, to worry in advance about everything that could go wrong. And then we wake up exhausted, not from the day's activities, but from the mental effort of trying to control the uncontrollable. But there's another way, the way of conscious surrender, not giving up, surrender, not passivity, active trust. And what does this look like in a practical morning? You wake up, and instead of immediately flooding yourself with the list of everything you need to do and worrying about everything that could go wrong, you pause, you breathe, and you say, I trust that what needs to happen today will happen. I'll do my part with presence and love, and I'll release the rest. This doesn't mean you don't act. It means you act from a place of peace, not panic, from intention, not anxiety. And here's something that might surprise you. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to rewrite your energy in the morning. Not forced gratitude, not pretending everything is wonderful when it isn't, but real felt gratitude for simple and true things. Before getting out of bed, find 3 things you're genuinely grateful for, and let them be small, tangible, present things. The softness of the pillow, the fact that you can breathe freely, the hot water you'll use in the shower, the body that carried you here, despite everything. When you practice genuine gratitude, something shifts in your energetic frequency. You align with abundance instead of scarcity, with possibility instead of limitation, with what's right instead of only what's wrong. And the universe, always responding to the frequency you emit, begins to show you more things to be grateful for. Not because your life changed completely overnight, but because you're seeing through different eyes. Perhaps you're wondering, but how long does it take for this to really work? How long until I feel a real difference? And the honest answer is, it depends. It depends on your consistency. It depends on your willingness to believe. It depends on how deeply rooted the patterns are that you're trying to transform. But here's what I can promise you. If you wake up every day for 30 days and dedicate just 5 minutes to this practice, conscious breathing, felt affirmations, genuine gratitude, something will change. It might be subtle, it might be gradual, but it will be real. Because you're not just thinking differently, you're literally reprogramming your nervous system. You're teaching your body that it's safe to feel peace, that it's possible to begin the day without anxiety, that you deserve to dedicate time to caring for your energy before giving yourself to the world. And this isn't a selfish practice. On the contrary, the more you care for your own energy, the more you have to genuinely offer to others. You can't pour from an empty cup, my dear. You need to fill yourself first. I care for my energy with love, and this allows me to shine in the world. Feel this truth. I care for my energy with love, and this allows me to shine in the world. You're not here just to survive. You're here to live, to shine, to express the unique light that only you can bring to this world. And that light needs to be nurtured, especially at the beginning of the day. If you had a precious plant that depended on you to survive, wouldn't you water it? Wouldn't you make sure it receives enough light? Wouldn't you carefully remove the dead leaves? You, my dear, are that precious plant. And the way you begin your day is how you water your own soul. I know life can be intense. I know there are days when you can barely get out of bed, let alone do a morning meditation practice. And on those days, you don't need to do everything perfectly. You can simply place your hand on your heart and whisper, I'm doing the best I can, and the best I can do today is enough. Because it is. It's enough. You are enough. And tomorrow is a new opportunity, another morning, another chance to wake up and choose your energy, another opportunity to plant new seeds in the garden of your mind. The journey of transformation isn't linear. It has days of clarity and days of confusion, days when you feel strong and days when you feel fragile. And all of those days are part of the process. All of them have value. All of them teach you something. So here's my invitation to you. Tomorrow morning, before doing anything else, before picking up your phone, before losing yourself in the day's demands, stop, breathe. Place your hand on your heart and tell yourself with all the gentleness you can gather, "Good morning, my dear soul. Today I choose to treat you with love. Today I choose thoughts that elevate me. Today I choose to believe I'm worthy of good things." And then observe. Observe without judgment. Observe with gentle curiosity. How do you feel? What changes in your energy when you offer yourself these loving words every morning? You might not have immediate answers. You might not feel a dramatic transformation. But I promise you, if you keep showing up for yourself this way, if you keep choosing to rewrite your energy every morning, you're going to start living a different life. Not because external circumstances magically changed, but because you changed on the inside. And when you change on the inside, the world around you inevitably reflects that change. You deserve to wake up healed, my dear. You deserve to begin the day feeling supported instead of overwhelmed. You deserve to feel you have choice over your own energy instead of being a hostage to old patterns. And this isn't a privilege reserved for some special people. It's your right. It's something that's available to you now, not in some distant future when you've solved all your problems or become a different version of yourself. Now, here, with all your imperfections and humanity, you can begin to heal yourself one morning at a time. So take a deep breath with me. And let's seal this practice with one final affirmation, the most important of all. I love myself. I accept myself. I choose myself. And this is enough. Repeat slowly, feeling each word. I love myself. I accept myself. I choose myself. And this is enough. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You don't need to have everything figured out to be accepted. You don't need to prove anything to be chosen. You're already worthy. You always have been. And every morning is an opportunity to remember this sacred truth. So go. Wake up healed. Rewrite your energy. Plant new seeds. And watch the garden of your life flourish in ways you never imagined possible. The universe is with you. Your inner light is with you. And I am with you, cheering for every small step you take toward self-love. May your next morning be gentle. May your first thoughts be kind. And may you remember, whenever you need to, that you have the power to choose your energy, one awakening at a time. With all my love, you are exactly where you need to be.